Hey, Matthew S. is here, doing my week 11 assignment today. Um, the topic is to read chapter 7 in Undercover Economist. And what have you learned about game theory and auctions from this chapter? What else did you find interesting in this chapter? So, what did I learn about game theory and auctions from this chapter? So basically, game theory is this. One second, I'm gonna pull up the definition. The study of strategic decision making. And so, going back to this week's assignment, it was two different fishing companies, and they had these different strategical things they could do that would potentially increase profits or decrease profits depending on which one they choose and which one their competitors choose. And so it's those groups, and that kind of cat and mouse game, trying to find that sweet spot, and how their choices don't just impact them, they impact others. And, part of it, like the big thing with game theory was the prisoner's dilemma, which is where you can choose to work together, or you could choose to betray the other person. And usually, companies never really work together. And I was thinking about it, like, what are some companies that we see work together pretty, well? And I thought like Coke and Pepsi. You don't see Coke trying to undercut Pepsi, and like they're doing like the Arizona tea model, like they don't stay right at $1, while Pepsi, I don't know, like $3 or something like that. They're kind of like gas stations across the street from each other. They stay pretty, you know, the same. And so that made me think of the cooperative solution, kind of, where they both are able to maximize profits without hurting each other. And then we have auctions. The definition of auctions, are to allocate goods efficiently, but the way auctions are structured can significantly impact outcomes. So you have your English auctions, which are ascending bids, and then Dutch auctions, which are descending bids. And there's not a whole lot to go off of that for me. You have the winner's curse, where people overpay because they think it's going to be great, and it's ended up being under-delivered. I'm about to run out of time, so I'm trying to hurry. And then the next part of the question was, what else did I find interesting in this chapter? I kind of hit on it earlier, but it's the whole cooperative solution deal, where, if companies, not collusion, but they worked and they had that mutual understanding, it could benefit consumers and the producers, better, just everybody around. And, sometimes you can think about collusion being a good thing, but typically, obviously, we see it as a bad thing, because if we see collusion where they all jack up the price together, then obviously we wouldn't like that. If several different meat packagers decided to increase the price of hamburgers, nobody would like that. But if they all got together and said that